three-pointer.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
We've got Nikola Mirotic. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Jimmy Butler. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
And he gets it to go.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Rockets trail by 6. And Beverly kicks to Gordon. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Portis. Some solid defense there by Nene. Here's Beverly. Rondo with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And it's Butler missing.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that. And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Here's Capella. There's the feed to Nene. Here's Beverly. Another miss by Houston.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
That doesn't go either for Butler.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Beverly. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Rondo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Rondo's got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Chicago. And then for Houston, Ryan Anderson was checked in for Capella. Riza comes in for Monty Eunice. And it's James Harden in for Eric Gordon. And that is good. And it's 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
Now here's Rondo. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Lopez. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Portis, and he slams it one-handed.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
Rockets trail by 7.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was 3rd most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Wade. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Lopez passes to Rondo. 3-pointer. Butler. And good on the basket. Book it. Butler's got 9.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And stolen by Butler. Nene against Wade. Left side Butler. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Nene.
Michael Beasley.
1:29 left in the third quarter. Three-pointer, Butler, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's foul number 2 for him. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Portis. Tony Snell comes in for Jimmy Butler. Dinwiddie's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Grant in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. Here's Grant following the score by Houston. Lopez a screen. Snell dishes to McDermott. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Bulls.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
So at Chicago now, James Harden getting it to go from deep. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
For 3, it's rebounded by Houston. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls out front, they're up by 11. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Chicago leading by 11. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Anderson is out there with Beasley, and it's Gordon in at the point guard.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yeah, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
And that one's good. And that's 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Patrick Beverly comes in for Gordon. Harden, no good.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And the basket by Wade.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Nene. Another miss by Houston.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Rockets ball.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Anderson kicks to Beverly from deep.
Right now, he just can't buy a basket. I mean, I tell you what, he's getting good shots, but he just can't seem to get it to go down. He's just got to continue to stay with it, and eventually they'll fall.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Rondo passes to Mirotic. Wade against Harden. 13 feet away. The shot is good off the backboard. 14 points for Wade. Rockets have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Will it go? Harden inside the three-point line. Another miss by Harden.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
And that one's good by Butler.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he slams that one down.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And stolen by Mirotic. Dishes to Butler. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Pass to Mirotic. Over to the wing. Rondo with a clean look. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rondo dishes to Wade. Anderson with the block. They retain possession. Wade kicks to Mirotic. Inside, Portis, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Mirotic. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Back to Beverly. Uncovered. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Wade. The rebound by Anderson.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Nene, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Rockets substitution. Andrew Butler.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Beasley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Chicago.
Free throw drops in for Beasley. And both free throws good for Beasley. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Lopez passes to McDermott. And the 3 off target. Feeds it to Ariza. And here's Harden for 3. No good. And so Chicago takes this one. And by a